tongue, teeth, and lips.
Hello, Matt Desmond. Welcome to the AM Hookah Podcast. And we're live in 3, 2, 1.
What is up, Midnight Tokers, Afternoon Hailers, and AM Hookah Smokers? This is the AM Hookah Podcast live right here on YouTube.com/AM Hookah and Twitch.tv/AM Hookah, your weekly hookah podcast every single Monday at 6:30 Central Standard Time, here to talk about the world of hookah and a whole lot more. I am the M in the AM, and with me is the when he says HMD, he really means hot, meaningful delight. Adrian Hunter, how are you doing this week? Did you like that?
What the fuck was that?
I don't know. I was trying to think of something to put, and I was going through my head, and I was like, he likes to smoke on foil, and I know he uses HMDs from time to time, but I was trying to think of something witty, and it probably didn't work, but I tried. I kind of tried hard, a little bit. How are you doing this week, man?
Good, man. I just got my coals delivered, so we're good to go.
You got your...
Don't ask why I have people for that. It's not important. No, we're doing good. We're here for the podcast.
Awesome.
It looks like we got a good topic, it turns out. I was surprised. I have no clue what's going on here half the time. Got some hookah. We'll talk about what I'm smoking after, we got things we got to do first, some people we got to kick out. Speaking of which, can I kick people out?
Yeah, go ahead. Do it right now.
What's going on, everybody?
Now.
You're an age, right? Like, I'm an age. You're an age.
We're
as
an age.
We're all an age.
We're an age.
If your age is like less than 18 in most states, and in some really awful states less than 21, you can't smoke tobacco, right? And like, this is a podcast about mostly tobacco. So please, go away and get ready for school because it's Monday, and come back when you're done. If you're of age, welcome to the AM Hookah Podcast. I love doing that.
Yes. If you are under the age of 18 in most states, get out. If you're under the age of 21 in some states, please leave. But if you are of age, stick around, hang out. We got a lot of fun stuff to talk about. In fact, on this week's episode of the podcast, we're going to take a look at some ideas for a hookah order. What is the best thing to get on certain budgets? And we're also going to talk about what it is that we look for our own budgets. And then if we have time, we might take some calls and ask you about your guys' orders and budgets and things like that as well. But make sure you stick around till the end of the show for a lot of fun things.
I'm super pumped for this episode.
Are you? I thought it was a good idea.
Yeah. I like finding ways to spend money.
I brought this idea up to our producer, Bracken. I was like, hey, Bracken, what do you think? And I couldn't hear him talk, mind you. I was only reading his text messages. We were talking back and forth. And I felt an audible... For some reason, when he responded to me, I must have taken it completely wrong, because I swear when I read it, he was just like, what an idea. But turns out he also thinks the idea is kind of fun too. We do have something kind of funny that happened to us between the writing of this episode and us actually doing this episode. Is most of the sites that we're going to talk about today have all dropped some sort of sale in some way. So the prices for the orders that I put together are kind of not valid anymore, but really it just means you're getting an even better deal than what you would have got before, basically. So they still kind of work, right? Right? Sort of, maybe?
I guess so. I mean, I'm doing mine on the fly today because, like, when I get it in my head that it's time to order new stuff, there's not a whole lot of like, okay, let's start to, it's like, okay, how much money do I have? Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
Orders a bunch of shit he doesn't need.
Yeah, I basically just black out when I go onto a website to buy stuff. I'm just like, I'm going to go and I'm going to get everything and make sure it's a real organized order. And then by the time I wake back up, like, what did I buy? Oh my God, what did I just do? And then I have to explain to my wife that I spent a little bit too much money on the stuff that I intended to order originally, basically. So we are joined at the moment by some people over on Facebook. And if you are watching on Facebook, I highly recommend you come on over to youtube.com/AM Hookah or twitch.tv/AM Hookah and join us over where our main audience hangs out and does fun things. If you're watching on YouTube, in fact, you can earn a cryptocurrency that we have. Isn't that right, Adrian?
Bowls?
Bowls?
You can earn bowls, not the kind you smoke out of, but the kind you spend to watch Matt do really stupid shit.
Or bet that or use to lose or win, depending on how stupid my shit might be at the time, basically. Actually, to plug myself a little bit, this Friday, I'm going to be playing a game called Hotline Miami. Have you ever heard of the game called Hotline Miami, Adrian?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's this like beautiful, gory game where you go through like room by room. It's like, think of like Smash TV, but ultra violent. And you're like a hitman assassin and you're trying to complete objectives, but it's like super hard and I will die a lot. So if you're looking for a good game to watch me play and to possibly win quite a few bowls, this Friday will probably be that time to join for a game cast because, yeah, I'm probably going to die quite a few times. So we'll have a death counter and we'll see what I reach for the death counter as well, which will be kind of fun. But yeah, it's going to be a pretty good time. Yeah, but over on YouTube or on Facebook right now, we have some people watching. So come on over to youtube.com/AM Hookah, twitch.tv/AM Hookah. Join the likes of Bilu. What is up, Pots and Pans? What is up, Akeem Young, the original super fan? What is up, Travis Green? And we also have Rose F. Death, Captain Wetbeard, our wonderful Facebook moderator, is hanging out over there as well. So yeah, if you're on Facebook, head over here because we're going to go ahead and kill and close Facebook. Goodbye, Facebook. If you want to hear the topic, if you want to have the fun, if you want to earn the bowls, head on over to youtube.com/AM Hookah. That's
behind the good content behind a platform wall.
A platform wall,
ladies and gentlemen. Peter say
not a paywall, just a platform wall. I think that's fair. That's fair.
That's fair.
Yeah. Goodbye, Facebook. Goodbye. All right, that's gone. That's over with. We don't got to worry about
now
Facebook
that those
anymore.
losers are gone. What's going on, everybody?
Yes. Okay, so yeah, we got some fun stuff planned for the day. Before we get too far into it, though, I definitely want to bring Bracken in on the show for just a minute because it's been a little while since we've had Bracken come and join us. So we definitely need to hear from him, see what he's up to, see what he is smoking and stuff. So I'm going to call him over right now. Hey, Bracken, can you come here for just a get over here from your condo in Florida? Come over here. What's up, Bracken? How are you doing?
Oh, hey guys, what's up?
Were you walking over here? Is that what that sound was?
Trying to. Can they see me?
They can see you right now.
Oh, so there's no illusion of I'm sitting here the whole time. Yeah, I was trying to make it sound like I was pitter-pattering in.
Oh, like 1920s radio show? Oh my god. Hold on. Adrian and Bracken, can we please do a radio drama on the channel?
Okay.
Yes, we will do a radio drama. Oh, let's do it like during Halloween. We can do like a murder mystery radio drama.
All right, we'll start writing it now.
Yeah. Do you guys want to see that?
Can I be a voice actor?
Yes, that's the point.
Okay, I'm in.
Okay.
You got me. You had me at hello.
All right. So what are you up to, Bracken? What are you smoking at the moment? How is your week going? It's been a little while since we've had you on the show.
It's been a hot minute.
Yeah.
I've been here. I've been in the background doing things. And I don't live in a condo though. I live in an actual house, but I could see where you thought everybody in Florida lives in a condo and they're like waiting to die.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's not true?
No, I live in a house and full of life, young and vibrant life.
So you're allowed to have a house in Florida?
There are houses in Florida.
I was under the impression that was outlawed. Okay, cool.
It is not outlawed, and I'm not retired. So there you have it. I'm doing good though. I'm happy to be here, and I've always been here, but long-time listener, first-time caller. Oh boy, how's it going? I'm smoking. I'm smoking some Eternal Smoke.
Ooh.
It's what I smoke a lot of the times because it's a really good brand. And actually, I don't have Tangiers, so I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life.
You're out of Tangiers. You have absolutely no Tangiers at all.
I haven't smoked Tangiers in probably 2 months.
What the hell?
Wow, that's surprising.
I'm smoking both.
Well, I'm jealous. But yeah, I used up all my stash, and I was like, if I keep buying Tangiers, I'm not going to smoke everything else. So I was like, I can wait maybe until someone talks about the perfect budget. See how that plays in. I don't know.
There we go.
But yeah, just hanging out. It's raining. It's a monsoon outside, so might go swimming in my front yard later.
Yeah.
Us too.
Oh, is it really? It's not raining over here.
Well, we are on a different coast than you.
Bracken showed off his outside, and it was raining real bad over there in Florida. But yeah, it
actually got worse
here.
than in the live.
Oh wow!
Yep.
Jeez. get your paddle boats ready, I guess, right? Do you have a
Yeah,
boat?
No, I have those little orange arm floaties, and I'm ready. I'm good to go.
Very cool, very cool. All right, well, so you told us you're smoking Eternal Smoke, but what are you actually smoking from Eternal Smoke? I'd like to hear what you actually have packed.
I packed Houdini's Secret. For those who didn't watch the pre-show on the Facebook page, I packed up some Houdini's Secret. I always say the wrong name. I always want to call it like Aladdin's Secret or something, but it's Houdini's Mystery. It's Houdini's Secret, and I love it. It's a really good flavor. It's got a nice little sweetness to it. A little bit of rose, guava, melon. Not too strong on any of the 3 flavor fronts.
Now, are you still doing the same thing that you usually do, where you only open 1 flavor at a time? No, you've broke. So you don't have Tangiers. You have broken away from your one smoke. Who are you, Bracken? Who
a new man.
are you?
The other day I mixed flavors. It was great.
Oh, hold on a second. I don't know if I can handle this change. This isn't the person that I thought you were.
I'm a new man. Well, the whole reason behind me smoking 1 flavor was because of Tangiers. And for me, like if I open a flavor and I didn't smoke it quick enough, like I could tell that there was flavor loss. I wasn't getting any buzz. So I was like, you know what? I enjoy the flavors that I buy, and I smoke a lot of solo flavors. So I would just like kind of commit to it, smoke the whole 250. And then I'd open up another one. And that was really just to kind of keep the Tangiers alive, because I could probably make it last about a week, maybe a week and a half. But now it's just kind of like a free-for-all. I don't even know. Like, it's a mess.
Just your entire shisha cabinet, just jars are open everywhere.
Imagine, like, you, like, pumped up a 10-year-old child full of cotton candy and, like, Mountain Dew, and then you, like, let them go into a toy store, and, like, you were just, like, play with everything. And then, like, nothing got put away. That's kind of what it looks like now. And so sorry to my wife. Thank you for your patience. But we've been smoking a lot of good flavors. And, I may turn back. I may not. I don't know yet.
All right. So we have some fun stuff coming up here on the podcast itself. Is there anything in particular that you would like to point out or stick out very quickly while you're on the hot seat at the moment?
Oh, put me on the blasters.
I am.
Season 4 is going well.
I agree.
If you're listening and you're not subscribed, hit that button because we've been experiencing growth and we like it.
We have. Very true.
It's going well. I mean, we're just doing some stuff behind the scenes and trying to plan some stuff and get some guests on. And
we have a guest planned for 2 episodes away from today's episode. Not next week's, but
look at us go.
We do. It's going to be a fun show. That one for sure, obviously. All right. Well, before we let you go, I'll ask you the question that the show is kind of built around very quickly, and it's about what do you like to order when you make your hookah order? Is there something specific that you aim for upon making your order at all?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So I have basically 2 different styles of orders.
Okay,
and they happen at separate times. First off is my charcoal order. I do not ever buy 1 box of charcoal at a time.
Okay,
I won't do it. And the reason I don't do it is because it is more expensive. And when you like smoking hookah, as much as I do, and as much as many of you guys out there listening and watching do, you can make your dollar go a lot further by finding a charcoal brand that you absolutely love.
Like Prestige, Bubbles, Coconut Charcoal.
Like Prestige Bubbles. You could do that. Yeah, exactly.
Of the AM Hookah Podcast.
Instead of buying a couple boxes, buy a kilo. Buy a lounge case. Set aside a little corner of your nook, of your hookah corner, wherever you pack your bowls, wherever you light them, whatever, dry, cool, dark, no dampness. Don't leave them outside, but get a lounge case and just leave them there. And then you realize, oh my gosh, I just bought 12 kilos for $60 versus like, I don't know, 5 or 6 individual boxes for the same amount.
Yep, exactly.
So, that's the first kind of order I do. I got started on that in college because I was like, I could save up for a couple months and get a lounge case and then keep the tradition going forever. And that's what I've been doing. So that's how I do it. Okay. Now, I will buy like a box or 2 here and there if I'm like trying a new charcoal or something.
That's different. That's testing.
But after I like a charcoal brand, like I've got a kilo of those Prestige lying around, and that's how I do it. You buy a kilo and you're good to go. The second order is only shisha. Or maybe accessories, maybe shisha and accessories, right? Okay. I'll stock up. So I'll try and save up and spend like maybe $100 or $150, or I always try and maximize the discounts, right? So like a while back, Hookah John had spend $200, get 20% off or 25% off or whatever it was. So, I would do that kind of deal where I would not spend a lot of money for a while and save up and buy a bulk order, and then it would make my dollar go farther, And, if I need a new hose, or if I need another set of grommets, or, if something gets broken, I'll throw that in the order as well. But I got everything I could want and desire until you find that hookah that you need. And then you're just like, oh, all bets are off. Honey, how much is in the savings account? Pull it out. We're spending it on a hookah.
All the women love hearing that from their men. Is just like, what do we got? Because I'm spending it all.
Everybody does it, I'm sure. Where you go and you sit down, you like maybe rub their shoulders. You're like, so, want to buy a new hookah? And they're like, oh, okay. Is it at least a pretty hookah? And you're like, yes, and it's functional. My wife's like, let's do it.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I in preparation for the expo, I very early explained to my wife that I was going to be buying a hookah there, to get her completely prepped and ready, so it wasn't like a surprise, or it wasn't anything crazy. I told her, like, I'm gonna buy a hookah when we get there. Like, I'm planning on getting one, so do not be surprised, because it's coming home with me. It's gonna come home.
Bringing home a new pipe.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe 2.
All right. Well, I tried, but that didn't work as well. All right. Well. Thank you, Bracken. We appreciate you stepping out of your condo, your home in Florida, and spending some time with us and talking about your ordering habits as well. I'm sure we will check in with you again, but we appreciate you stopping by for just a little while.
Hey, I'll be here. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah. All right. Bye, Bracken.
Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the like button.
Hell yeah. Yeah, make sure you drop a like. I don't have the likes displayed correctly on our stream at the moment.
Yeah, what the shit, Matt?
I forgot to grab that out of all the things that I remember. I forgot. That is something that I completely... It never even crossed my mind to do it for some reason. So
well, we have 8 likes. I'll be the live counter, so you just ask and I'll tell you.
There you go. Thank you for that. Drop a like down there.
8 likes.
Drop a like down there on the button below. Smash that like button, as the YouTubers like to say. Is that the cool thing to say, Adrian? Is it smash the like button?
Destroy that like button.
Ooh, I like that. Destroy it. Destroy the like button.
I've lost respect for myself.
I've gained more respect. How's that work? All right, so let's go ahead and jump over to our picture of...
What are you smoking, Matthew?
Oh, well, we can do that right now. That's fine with me.
Yeah, just ask Bracken. We should just fucking...
All right, that's cool with me. That's cool.
Continuity. You're breaking the continuity, and that's giving me some problems.
I'm sorry. I'm smoking a brand that people may be familiar with. They've done a little bit of restructuring, and I'm trying some stuff out. It's a brand called Adalia. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but I'm doing a mix of ice raspberry, lemon cocktail, which I'm really actually liking this lemon cocktail a lot. I think this lemon cocktail is very, very good. And then also Hawaii, which is a tropical blend. So it's Hawaii, tropical, lemon, and ice raspberry is the 3 flavors that I have going on in my Hookah John Expo bowl at the moment with the Provost. I'm rocking the Like Smoke hookah, obviously. And then I found this because we're doing some cleaning at my house recently. And I found my glass handle that I have. And a couple of things stand out about this glass handle. This is made from a brand called Evolution Hookah. I don't know if you're familiar with that hookah brand. They were hot for like a literal brief minute. I don't think that they were... I don't think anyone's ever thought anything real super positive about them, because they just never really hit it into the mainstream or nothing like that. But this is Evolution, and it's a glass handle. I like that you can see the smoke inside of it, obviously. I think that's kind of cool. But this is so short, Adrian. This handle is so short. Let me pull out. I think I got one over here. I do. Look at the difference of my stainless steel handle compared to this glass handle. Exactly. I'm shocked by how much shorter it is, actually. I was not prepared for this to be the case, but it was, in fact, quite a bit shorter. But I do like it. It's a nice wide gauge handle, and it adds some nice smokability to it, obviously. So it's been fun. I enjoy it. I like that you can see the smoke when you pull from it. I think that's kind of cool, obviously, but that's what I'm smoking. What about you, Adrian? What are you smoking on this fine evening?
White matte pear, Neolux base in the bottom, matching handle. Bambino bowl on top.
Ooh.
Provost. I got 2 coals in there. Matt, what do you think the coals are?
I'm betting they're probably Prestige Bubbles Coconut Charcoal, proud sponsor of the AM Hookah Podcast. And I'm going to guess that you're doing the cubes.
You'd be correct to guess that I'm doing the cubes.
Okay.
And in the bowl, I've got something interesting going on. It's like a IQ 3000 pack. I have Sevilla Orange and Cane Mint pat next to each other on the bottom half of the bowl, dense down. And then on top of that, I have 75% lime lit with a little bit of milk and cookies to make it creamy.
Really?
Yeah, it's very good. It's very good. So as I smoke this, it's going to take a minute for it to really come through, but the hints of that orange peel from the Sevilla Orange should come through. So the lime lit's going to slowly take a backseat as the peel comes through. So it's like a creamy citrus. No, it will, Bracken. Bracken's shaking his head, but he's underestimating how little the layer is of eternal smoke on top. It's not a thick layer. I've tried this before. This is the second bowl I've had this exact mix.
Well, it's a Bambino bowl, so it's not exactly a big bowl or anything like that. So you have them.
Grand total, there's about 14 grams.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't even know how many grams I got in this one, but I packed it real fluffy. Obviously, it's a traditional style tobacco. It is dyed red, which I am not a fan of. Why do companies have to dye their tobacco red, Adrian?
That's not what this episode is about.
I know, but I want the answer.
However, it's just a regional thing, man. Like, I think some cultures are just so used to it.
Do you think it's
been happening for so long?
Do you think it has anything to do with the fact that, like, tobacco has a stigma to it, obviously? So maybe they're like, oh, if we don't let it look like tobacco, then it's, like, not as bad as if it was tobacco or something?
I have a friend who's casually into shisha and hookah. And when I told her that it was tobacco, in passing, I was like, oh, yeah, that's tobacco? I'm like,
yes.
Yo, did you not know what this was when you were inhaling it?
They're just ready to go. They're ready to
go. So, yeah, it could be the stigma. It could be a lot of things. Okay, I think it comes down to, like, culture as well. Also, some people wash their tobaccos to the point of it not looking good unless you dye it.
True.
Have you seen, like, rinse out some alfalfa and tell me that you don't want them to dye it? You do.
They got some dirty
tobacco.
tobacco.
Dye alfalfa. It's translucent. It's the color of dead skin.
That's gross. That sounds. Oh yeah. Please dye it red and make it look more like blood on skin. Right. That makes more sense. When you pack alfalfa with your hands, it looks like you just committed an unsultry act. Yeah. Let's move on from this. Let's
go back. Let's circle back to unsultry acts.
No, let's not circle back to that. All right, so let's go ahead and jump over to our picture of the week. This week, the winner of the pick of the week was from our good friend Wayne over on Facebook. If you want an opportunity to get your picture shouted out right here on the AM Hookah Podcast, all you got to do is head on over to facebook.com/AM Hookah Podcast, something like that. We have a group, we have a page. Make sure you join the group and you'll see a prompt by Captain Wetbeard prompting you what you need to be posting about. And this week was bowl collection, and there were some beautiful collections that got posted all over the place. Sadly, Robert Pope, he posted a picture that was a little bit too late, but he definitely took the idea of bowls in a very unique way, and he showed us a couple of his toilet bowls, so that was interesting. Sadly, it didn't win this week. I apologize, Robert, but if you want to see those pictures, head on over to the group on AM Hookah on Facebook, and you'll see those, obviously. But this picture was submitted by Wayne, good friend Wayne of Resin Kings, also the Hookah Villains, the winner of the Hookah Battle in Las Vegas this year as well. But yeah, take a look at this beautiful collection of bowls. You see everything in there from stone bowls. You see some alpaca bowls. You see some just all sorts of beautiful bowls in there. And if you look directly at it, you can see a very special bowl there as well, which is actually a Relics ring bowl. He has himself a Relics ring bowl as well, which is quite gorgeous. It has a beautiful, beautiful coloring to it. But yeah, just take a look at that.
Probably the hardest one to get into your collection.
Absolutely.
I think that there's a lot of those 1 of 25 stone bowls you can find and stuff, but like the Relics rings are, yeah, there's none of them.
Yeah,
so
there's very few. So, and yeah, every time you get one and you can show it off, I think that's pretty awesome. He also has his winnings of his trophy. It's hard to see in this picture, obviously, of his Hookah Battle win that he won in Las Vegas. So I thought that was really cool as well. But yeah, congratulations, Wayne. He's a good friend of ours, and he does some great things for the community, and it's awesome to be able to shout him out. But like I said, if you want an opportunity to be shouted out as well, make sure you submit your photo for the picture of the week on our Facebook group, and you'll have an opportunity to get shouted out, just like we are shouting out right now. Make sure you follow Resin Kings on Instagram and reach out and get yourself one of those handles as well. They're very cool. Bracken has one that he really enjoys. A good friend of the show, Jeremy, has one. Lots of people have a Resin Kings handle as well. So yeah, they're very cool. Go check out some of the cool work that he's been able to do on those. All right, let me get rid of this picture real quick and go back to this. Let's see, where are we at? Let me get my notes up because I don't have them up at the moment. We've done that. I think it's time to jump over to our topic, is what it looks like to me.
I'd say so. And man, do I have some notes about your orders.
Ooh, I'm excited to hear about them because I put these together. All right, so I structured this in kind of 4 different entities for the actual the way the podcast is structured, right? We have a $50 order, we have an order over $100, and we have an order that's over $150, and then we can also talk about larger orders as well, obviously. These are not necessarily like built on a budget per se, but they are built in the idea that you only have X amount of dollars to spend for it. So I hit up 3 different websites. I built 3 different orders, and we're going to go ahead and discuss them. The first one that I got was actually from hookahjohn.com, and this is the order that I put together. All right, so let's go through this real quick, and then we can talk about it afterwards. This is 100 grams of Triforce from Ugly Hookah Tobacco, which is $7.99. We have a Fumari Poker at $5. We have some Eternal Smoke. I went with the chilled wine for $16.99. Nirvana Eclipse Armada, because I think it's an underrated mint flavor that's fan-frickin-tastic. And then some Tangier's Nor Static Starlight for $21.99. And then because the order price was above $45, you can use the discount code AM Hookah. Score yourself 10% off any order over $45. Bringing the grand total to $53.97. The reason why I went with this order, and this is the idea behind this order in particular, was it gives you something new, something different, and then it also gives you something that you're familiar with and maybe an old classic, right? Like Triforce to me, is that something that's new? Chilled Wine, is that something that's different? The Armada, which is a mint flavor, is something that's kind of like known that you know everybody likes to have a mint usually in their structure or their package or on their shelf, obviously. And then Static Starlight is the one that's like an old favorite basically. So you have kind of like the entirety in this package. This is not a coal order, so there are no charcoal on this order. Obviously, this is purely tobacco, and then the one accessory, which is a Fumari Poker, which is kind of a nice accessory to have. It's not something that's a necessity or needed by any stretch, but it's sometimes nice to have a poker. I'll be honest, like I have this Cocoa Earth poker that I've been using for just like everything, and I really, really like using it a lot. So putting a poker on this I thought was a good idea as well. What do you think about this $50 order, Adrian? What are your thoughts about it?
Well, this is the order I'm mostly fine with.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to preface this with, I'm not going to have a lot of input on the $50, $100, and $150 price point orders. Because I never spend that little on an order. To put it in perspective, no, it's not that crazy.
Bracken's over here throwing money around right now.
I only order 4 times a week, or 4 times a month, or 4 times a year.
4 times a week, 4 times a month, 4 times a year. Do you even know how often you order?
No, I only put in orders quarterly. So I'll explain that in a little bit. Because I, like you, like to get as much. I, like Bracken, like to get as much out of my dollar as humanly possible.
For sure.
But looking at this order, if I was going to spend $50, what $50 is good for is either like a coal order or a order where you want to try a bunch of shit you never tried before.
Mm-hmm.
So I would honestly do something like this. I really don't like buying anything but tobacco or maybe a small accessory like a poker or something when you're on that budget, because honestly, the $50 price point doesn't take you very far in terms of things like HMDs or
yes.
If you're putting $50 on a hookah, I promise you've done it wrong. But this is pretty good. I might change some of the flavors up. Like I might skip out on the Fumari Poker and just make that ugly a $250. Just try for its stellar.
You could do that.
But then again, I have the luxury of buying pokers locally. And then other than that, I like this. I would change the Eternal Smoke flavor, but that wouldn't affect the price point very much.
What about you guys in the chat? What's your opinion of the $50 price point order? What do you guys look for when you're looking to order $50 in tobacco? I've done this many times, placed a $50, $60 price order for myself. That's probably the main way that I order things. And usually when I do that, I get one thing that's I know I'm going to love. I know I'm going to love. And then I get a bunch of new stuff. That's usually...
to ship from a hookah vendor, it's $20, period.
Well, I think with Hookah John, you can get it for, well, to me personally, because I'm on the same coast that Hookah John is on, obviously. Right. I think it's like a $10 price, or maybe it's like 12 or 13, something like that.
Still, it's every time you order, man.
Yeah, but you know,
it doesn't change if you order like a fucking crate.
Sometimes you just want something quick and easy and simple to try out something new.
That sounds like you, quick and easy.
Quick and easy. Sometimes.
Easy.
Just get me a steak dinner. All right.
Bracket doesn't like my jokes at all.
Go ahead and give us your comments and your thoughts as well about this. Matthew Suppley just said bundle deals. Bundle deals is a great way to go about it too. Get some pre-done bundles. The only thing about bundle deals, sometimes you can't pick what's in your bundle. So make your own bundle as well, obviously. That's a great way to look at it. Diamond Roberts says tomato soup. That's not true, Diamond. It is not
cold tomato soup.
It's not tomato soup.
It's the correction he wants to make here.
You guys are crazy. Anyways, let's see. Matthew Suppley says it's $10 to Boston also. So there you go. $10 ain't too bad to be adding on to it. Andrew says, I've made many $50 orders over the years. It just comes down to finances. Agreed. Bilu just says, I typically spend $100 because of free shipping, which we are also going to get into on this next one. And he says he does it about...
changes it. If there's a site that gives you free shipping, that changes the game completely.
Which most sites do give you free shipping around $100, $120 depending. But there are reasons to avoid the free shipping depending on other discount codes that you may be able to get, which we're also going to take some time to talk about as well. Let's see. Hookah Fiend says I'll probably go over $100 for free shipping as well. Brandon Opley says $50 orders. I usually get Shisha 3-packs from Hookah-shisha. That's a good idea as well. Robert Pope says I just order twice a year around $160, but I don't but much backer. But he does make his own tobacco as well, so maybe that's what he's meaning by that. Moyes just said I placed a $135 order in 5-star and used the free shipping code. Very, very nice. All right, so let's go ahead and move on over, in fact, to our next order, which is our order that is $120.
I have a lot of problems with this order.
Oh, let's talk about it. I want to hear your thoughts on this.
Well, tell me the order.
Yes, so this is the order, and this is actually coming from Hookah-shisha is who I made this order with. This has 250 grams of Azor Rio Mint. It has a Prestige Jumbo's Flat order as well for $12.99. It has 2 of the trifecta dark flavors, the Concord Grape and the Cherry Plum. It has an Apple on Top Provost for $29.99, and it has the Al Fakher Craft No. 7 new blend from Al Fakher as well. And
that's
used
the grapefruit passion fruit, right?
That is the grapefruit passion fruit. Yes, that's the one that I really enjoy. It's actually sitting up there. You might not be able to see it all that well. And and I used the discount code instead of the free shipping on this. I actually used the discount code from Hookah University 15, which is HUNI 15, which takes 15% off of the order, coming to a total of $122.94. Let me explain the logic behind this order, if you would please, Adrian, before you chime in. I decided to go with all the new stuff that you heard about at the expo with this order, right? You got Rio Mint, which everyone's been talking about for a real long time. You have the 2 new releases from Trifecta, the Concord Grape and the Cherry Plum. You have the Al Fakher Craft brand. You can exchange that with any of the other craft ones as well, obviously. Any of these can be changed up for different things, as you can tell. But the idea behind this was purely to try and get all the new stuff that you may have heard about over the weekend at the expo, and you wanted to make an order based on that. And then I threw in a Provost on there as well, because who doesn't want a Provost? Provost's are pretty fantastic and awesome, and most people, if you don't have one, you should definitely get one. But if your change of my order is the fact that a lot of people already have it, I would understand that as well, obviously. So what are your thoughts on the $122 order from yourself, and also everybody in the chat as well? What's your thoughts on this order that I am placing through Hookah-shisha?
If you're shopping with Hookah-shisha, they have a little thing they do called super packs. So if you order the flavors in 3s, so order 3 from one brand, 3 from another, you get a pretty reasonable discount for ordering all 3.
True.
So whenever I don't always buy from Hookah-shisha, I'd say they're I return there more regularly than anywhere else, because I know a lot of the guys that work there.
So much stuff.
They do a really good job. They don't necessarily keep all the most current stuff. They usually wait for something to be tried and true before they stock it. But
they also get a lot of exclusive stuff there as well.
Yeah, like Natural Order. You know, from Trifecta, they got some natural stuff. Very good stuff. Bracken's fist pumping. So this order, like if I were to I don't know, if I wanted to find a way to make $100 work, I would probably try to stick within the same brand.
Okay.
But that doesn't give you the same freedom to order a bunch of different flavors. So I can see where you're coming from. But man, let me tell you what, you got 2 Trifecta Dark flavors.
Mhm.
If you made one more of my Trifecta Dark flavor, you would have saved some coin on the super pack.
Okay. But it would have raised the total as well. You would have saved money overall, but you would have still
But if
paid.
you eliminated one of the flavors.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. If you would have just replaced, let's say, the Alfaker flavor with a Trifecta flavor, you would then reduce it. But then you wouldn't get to try the new Alfaker flavor, right?
These are all true things. I'm just playing not devil's advocate, whatever the app. I'm playing the asshole.
Devil's advocate works in this case too, I think. I think that works as well. What do you think about the order of the Provost in this order as well? Do you think that's something that is a necessity, or do you think I'm just assuming that somebody may not have one when a lot of people already do?
If you don't have a Provost, I would say that you could just order one of those on their own. You do waste money, and like you're not going to get the free shipping and stuff. But I think everyone should have a Provost. So if you're gonna meet, I don't know if they do free shipping past $100.
They do.
But yeah, if you're gonna be able to meet the $100 point anyway, you may as well throw a Provost down.
Okay. So we have a couple comments coming in right now inside of the chat. It looks like Moise just said, can we talk about state tobacco tax? I can order from Hookah-shisha since I'm in Texas, and they charge me $8 tax on every 250 grams of tobacco. Now, I'm in Idaho, and I don't have to pay extra tobacco tax on top of the tax that's already being taken out per state. So I've never really had to deal with that personally. Have you ever had to deal with extra tobacco tax when you order, Adrian?
No, I don't know what the deal is, but in Michigan, I haven't had to deal with additional taxes at all.
Yeah. I've never either. I don't know all the details. We'll try to get some information about that. And I think that'd be a good topic to talk about, is the tobacco laws, tobacco tax, all that kind of stuff would be a very good episode for the podcast to talk about as well. Stefan just says, I never personally order online. Well, you know what, Stefan? We don't all live in California, literally miles away from 5-Star Hookah, Hookah John. We don't have that luxury, Stefan.
Stefan's just flexing because people in California can't not say that they're from California every chance they get. Mm-hmm. Oh, I get it. You're from California, bro. Congratulations. I'm from Detroit.
Jeremy Bird just said, I place really good sized tobacco orders about every 3 months, which is
I'm right there with him.
Yeah.
Like, I'm right there with Jeremy.
I think that that's a good way to do it, because usually every 3 months there's something either you haven't tried or you're ready to try in some capacity, it feels like. Bilu just said, wait, Idaho? I thought you were in Tennessee, Matt. No, I have family in Tennessee. I've visited a couple times, but I live in Idaho. I actually live here in Idaho. Travis Green says, I don't order online either. Yeah, that's because you're close to stuff. Stop flexing, okay? Stop flexing.
Yeah, it's just people from California saying, oh, I'm from California.
Now, would you...
California.
If you were making $100 order, Adrian, would you be scoping a pipe at that price point? Like, let's say instead of $100, let's say $150, right? $150
for $150. Yeah, sure.
What kind of pipe would you be looking for? A what?
Alpha or a Union.
Okay, a Union, something like that. All right.
For Hookah, if you're willing to buy the base separate, you can get the Alpha for like just over that $150 price point. Everything but the base. Union, similar price point.
Now, when you make your orders out of curiosity and you want to get a hookah, do you often see yourself ordering a pipe and tobacco, or is it just a pipe or tobacco?
If I'm making so here's the deal. If I'm making a pipe purchase, I don't just make pipe purchases. Okay. There's no like, this new pipe's out, I got to get it. I'm going to sit on it for a long time, because a pipe purchase is like, if you're buying a good pipe, you're going to have it for a long, long time. So I really sit on that, listen to what the community has to say. If it's something new and I want to review it or something, that's a different thing. But then I usually like resell it after I buy it or something if it's not my taste. So yeah, like for a pipe, if I know I'm going to buy a pipe, I'll wait till I'm doing a tobacco order. I'll find, and then whoever stocks the pipe I want wins my money. And then I will make like a $500 order.
Oh, okay. So you really kind of build up to that price point where you're going to get what you want
my
out of
stash,
it.
I can get stuff locally too, which it kind of changes the way that I do it.
It does, which I did kind of take that into mind when ordering some of this stuff, because I know, like, for instance, sometimes it's easier to get charcoal local that you can at least, survive with. It may not be your preferred brand or what you want to be getting every single time, but you can make an order and then get your charcoal local and not have to worry about that expense.
Yeah, absolutely. But for like when it comes to like the hookah purchasing, Typically it'll be in like a $300 to maybe $500 order. It'll be mixed in there with some big stock order, because usually I've kind of taken on to Bracken's old strategy of I'll order, like if I do super packs or something from Hookah-shisha, I won't necessarily open them all up, and remaining sealed, tobacco lasts a good long time.
Yeah, for sure.
There's no real issues. So, and if you're willing to spend all your money when there's a sale, you can get enough tobacco to last you 3, 4. Like when I order tobacco, I don't need the tobacco. Like I'm just stacking on.
Yeah, you're building an inventory.
Yeah, I've got friends that smoke and stuff too, so sometimes they'll get gifted stuff that I maybe didn't like so much, stuff like that. Also, it's important. I don't order anything under 250. I'm not in the business of ordering 50, 100 gram packs ever.
Really? Because I kind of like 100 grams. Really, even for something that you've never tried before, you're ready to just jump in for that.
Okay, so this is tilted.
Okay,
I'm a reviewer, and I need to smoke through at least 100 grams before I can even feel comfortable trying to provide consumer confidence.
What if you're just buying for yourself?
I don't do that a lot.
Okay.
Like I know what I like, and if I find something that I like, I usually obtain to 250 to a kilo of it, and then I just buying it by 250 or the kilo, depending on what the best price point is.
Yeah, I know that you are one of those types of guys that you will jump to the kilo. Like you're ready to find it, you're ready to enjoy it, and then you'll immediately jump to a kilo of something that you really like very quickly.
100%. And I really like. Not a lot of brands do this, but I think brands should be cutting kilos into 250s. Like in 250 separate packages, just because kilos you got to keep those sealed.
Yeah, you're opening 500 grams of tobacco.
Yeah, I've actually switched off of Tupperwares. We just recently got a crap load of mason jars. Those are really good for keeping your tobacco sealed up.
Yeah, I use mason jars for my 50 gram packs, or 100 gram packs, I should say, and I will keep it in there, and I'll do my mixes as well. So if I know that I want these two flavors to go together, I'll just put them all inside my mason jars. Is how I like to keep them fresh and doing well as well.
Let's move into that sweet $150 order, though.
Let's do that.
I like some stuff about this, and I don't like some stuff about this order.
All right, this is the big one. This is the big daddy. There's a lot of stuff to go over on this one, so let me go ahead and jump into it right away. So this one is going to come to a grand order of $158, actually, and this is ordered from 5starhookah.com. So two things.
I would say this is enough for like 2 months, easy.
This is
like
a big
if you're
order.
a heavy smoker.
Yeah, I agree with that. So two quick things to note, though. Hookah-shisha and 5starhookah.com are both doing big sales right now. So all of my prices are basically thrown out the window. So if you were to go and get this exact order that I've put together, for instance, you're going to save yourself some good money, honestly.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I'd got this far earlier than I guessed I should have, but I still stand by the actual order itself. So
that's really good for working ahead.
Yeah, exactly. It's being prepared. How dare I? This is, so for this order, I went with the Zomo 250 of the Acai Cream. I went with Prestige Jumbo Flats and Prestige Cubes. I went with the Azor Dark Strawberry Guava flavor, Nirvana Super Shisha Telephone Milk flavor, both of the trifecta flavors, once again, the Concord Grape and the Cherry Plum. Went with the 50-gram Eternal Smoke bundle pack. Now this comes with all 5 flavors in a certain line from Eternal Smoke, and I did it 3 times. So you get the Mix series, the Extreme series, and the Romance series. This covers a lot of bases. There's a lot of different flavor styles in these 3.
300 grams per.
You get 250 because it's 5. 5.
So this is
yeah.
This is 3/4 a kilo.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
So that's a very good price point.
It's a kilo and a half actually, because you get 250, 250, 250.
Which is 750 grams.
750 grams, which is 3/4 of a kilo. Yes, I don't know why I said that out loud. Sorry about that. Zumerit, 50 gram of the Black Peach because it's good. And then also the Ugly 100 gram Triforce once again with Hookah University's discount, Hookah Uni 15, giving yourself a 15% discount off as well, which you wouldn't be able to use in the case of the great sale that they're having because you can't use discount codes on sale prices, but you can use free shipping on this order. So that is where a lot of your savings is also going to come into play with their big sale that they're doing. You can also do the free shipping, which is really cool as well. So here it is. There's the $150 order, Adrian. What are your thoughts about this one?
I honestly like it. What I do is I would save $30 extra, convert everything that's less than 250 up to a 250.
Okay.
But yeah, I in most cases I don't like ordering less than 250. But in the case of Eternal Smoke, with them offering a multi-pack like this,
that's what I wanted to ask.
Because it really gives you the option to try everything all at once. And if you're willing to they have what, 6 series or 8?
6 series.
6 series. So I would just order all 6 series, figure out which ones I like, and then I'd be in the business of kilos or 250s after that. But Eternal Smoke, we had them on last week. I've already gushed enough, but their marketing is stellar. And because of their stellar marketing and making you want to try everything they have, and then giving you the option to try everything they have at a reasonable price point, winning. They're just winning. Like I would do that. I would spend money and get 50 grams of each flavor from everything, just to put the checklist on the entire brochure.
Okay. Jeremy Bird says you can rotate coals and tobacco and then accessories every 3 months if you were to play it correctly. That's a good idea. You can get coals, then tobacco, then maybe a hookah, right? Like kind of rotate it out throughout the entirety of the year and stuff.
A hookah a year, kind of.
That'd be cool.
Like I'll usually get 3 or 4 hookahs a year, but sometimes they'll get sent to me by a company that wants it to reviewed, or sometimes I'll buy something that's hot off the market, knowing that like I'm gonna resell this because maybe it's not for me, but maybe it's for someone else. You know. But that's how I handle hookahs. Like for me, 1 hookah a year. I don't think I need more than that because it's gonna last like a lot of years, and you only have so much space for hookahs. So.
Yeah, I've been doing 1 hookah a year for quite a while. I did the apple on top hookah, did the like smoke hookah. Now I got the work bun hookah. It'll probably be a good year and a half before I buy another hookah, unless something really catches my eye or there's like a great sale. Those unions.
My buddy, I just talked my buddy into buying an alpha. He bought the nice baby blue alpha.
Ooh.
And I had him use the Hookah Uni 15 discount code on 5-star. He got the complete hookah for 204 shipped.
Ooh, nice.
And he just got it in, and this baby hits like a dream. I've smoked out of a few alphas at the expo, but I'm super stoked because now when I bring my Matt pair over, I don't have to pass the hose.
Yes, everyone needs their own hookah. Let's be honest.
Yeah, let's be real.
Yeah.
So I was gonna get an alpha, but now that he has the alpha and it's just he lives down the road, I'm just gonna get a union. We're just gonna have a bunch of Russian hookahs, whatever.
I will never get tired of the way that the alpha purges, like ever. I think that is just so cool and stylish. I like that. I like the Avion.
Double purge on it?
It has a what?
You inhale, a double purge.
Oh, okay.
You just take a full inhale and then blow it right back through the tube, and it's just a monster.
It's magical. I love the way that it looks. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. Stefan just said 5-star is having a sale for Azor 100 grams right now, which is awesome if you want to get some new flavors that you may have not have tried before. I do recommend, here's the thing is we were just talking about getting 100 grams of 250s. Azor is a brand that I trust so much that I would just go and get a 250 of whatever it is that I'm buying. Like I agree with that.
I've never had a flavor that I was like, Azur, why did you do this?
Agreed. Never ever. I've never had a
Maybe
bad.
there's a flavor profile I don't necessarily want to smoke because of the flavor itself, but it's not because they did it wrong.
Yeah, you're just not a fan, which is fine.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what else we got going on. If you guys have any comments about these different orders that I put together in the chat, please let us know. I'd love to hear your thoughts about them. But we're going to go ahead and jump over to some other things that we're talking about when it comes to ordering things, and that's talking about high money orders. This is the big budget stuff. This is buying a new Regal, buying a custom Regal, buying a lounge case of tobacco or a lounge case of coals, or $100 worth of tobacco. Adrian, you say that you like to order quarterly and you only drop 4 orders a year just about. Can you walk us through one of your orders and kind of piece together how you like to make these kind of work?
Let's pretend it's the big one I'm about to make before Christmas.
Okay, perfect.
What that's going to look like is likely this. I'm probably going to budget myself out roughly $500. It's a really good price point to if you're going to include a hookah.
Mm-hmm.
And then Cold, luckily, our sponsor of the show, keeps us hooked up. But on top of that, I do, surprise, I don't think it was a illusion. I do use other coals, but I can source those locally. So it's a little bit tilted. I'm going to include coal on this order because it's not fair because I can get earths locally. I can get titaniums, all the stuff you've heard about. So right off the bat, you can write off $60 to a lounge case, 60 to 80, easy. The brands are relevant. We all know who to trust. Don't buy Coconaras. That'll be fine.
True.
Right off the bat, you're going to shave off $200 for a hookah.
Okay.
Right? So let's say I'm going to get the Union full setup. That's going to run you. Actually, while we're sitting here, you know what we can do?
What can we do?
We can riff and I can literally just build the order so it can be.
So if you guys are looking to purchase some stuff, then I highly recommend going and checking out some of our sponsors of the show that gives us things like discount codes. If you go to hookahjohn.com and spend $45 or more, you can get 10% off by using the discount code AM Hookah. You can also actually go to some tobacco sites as well, which is Hooked on Hookah, and you can use the discount code AM15 for 15% off of your order still. So if you're interested in trying some new tobacco you may not have tried Hooked on Hookah tobacco before, go to hohstore.com, get yourself some tobacco, use AM15, and you can get 15% off of your order. There's also a couple Amazon links inside of our description as well. And then if you're shopping around, I highly recommend getting the Prestige coals and giving them a try. I think they're fantastic coals. I would not want them to be our sponsor if I was not fully invested in using them, and they are my coal of choice. So those are a couple things I would recommend. Did I do enough riffing there, Adrian?
You did great. So the Union full setup is $220, which is a very good price for a very good hookah full setup.
I like that.
They're actually sold out. So we're just going to say $220 because it's about the same price. It shakes out the same way if you buy a base separately.
So you're looking at like 360 or about 350, 360 for your coals and your hookah at the moment.
At the moment, well, yeah. So you got the hookah, and that brings you up to $220. After taxes, you can put it up to, you can write that off to $250, right? And let's go with a brand of coal that everyone knows about. Let's see. Did they stock Prestige?
What site are you using at the moment?
I'm using 5-star because they have the Union and stuff.
They do stock Prestige, and I believe they have the lounge cases of Prestige at 5star.com.
Over here, Prestige coal. I'm a flats guy because I tend to use foil a lot. So let's go over. Oh, look, lounge case. Did I say 60 to 80? Because it's 75. What a great fucking price. We're going to add that to the cart. And that leaves us with a budget of, give or take, $200. From there, I'm already set with my Apple on top. I don't use a whole lot of HMDs. I've already got 3 Lotuses. Phoenix, if I needed an HMD.
Are you looking at any bowls? Are you going to look at any bowls to purchase on this order?
Let's say I like to buy a bowl with every big order, just because that's how you grow your bowl collection.
Okay.
So you go to accessories, go down to bowls. And I'm not going to screen share this because that's just a lot of extra shit. But Matt, if you were to buy a bowl right now, what would you go with? Something commonplace. Hookah John or Alpaca?
I'd go with Alpaca right now.
Alpaca?
Yeah.
I like a mini rook.
There you go.
And that's going to be a easy 25.
I would
waterfall.
Also, I would get the Bambino 2.0.
Get 2 bowls.
There you go. Yeah, let's throw in that.
2 bowls.
Let's do that.
So go in. Also, the paint jobs on the Bambino 2.0s are absolutely gorgeous.
On point.
I'm a very big fan of those. You'd think they would put them up higher. Bambino, competitively priced at $23.99. So that's not so bad. I like their color options. This one's Volcano. So at this point, we've got 2 bowls, lounge case, hookah. We've actually just reached the $300 price point.
Okay, perfect.
So we have about $150 if you're going to include shipping and taxes. Our shipping's probably going to be free.
Shipping will
dedicate to hookah tobacco. At this point, I don't really need to go through and tell you what hookah tobacco I'm going to get. I'm going to spend $100 on Tangiers. I'm going to spend like $60 on Eternal Smoke. I'm going to spend $60 on Trifecta. And after that point, we're going to hit just over the $500 price point. So we got $540. After the discount code free shipping, you're at $500.
Ooh, that's a sexy sounding order.
Yeah, it's a solid order, and that's with the hookah. You could bring it down to like $350 if you didn't order a hookah.
Yeah.
And spend more money on tobacco.
Yeah, either spend more money on that or accessories. You can do accessories or tobacco more. You can do all sorts of things depending on if you are or are not looking for more, depending on what your order is for, right? Like if you are satisfied with the hookah that you got and you don't want to be getting a new one of those, you can get some other cool stuff and throw it in there as well. It's there, it's one of those things where when you're going and getting different orders online, it's that waiting game. That's the biggest problem with ordering online is you have to wait for it. So you want to make sure you get your orders in as quickly as possible. Moise just said, what about waiting for things like Black Friday and Memorial Day sales? Or in this case, on 5-star and Hookah-shisha, you got those back to school order as well.
Yeah. Also, Derek Moses, I just wanted to address this. The wood literally rubs off the Union. Yeah, there's a lot of issues with hookahs at that price point. Like the Alpha, the coating that they put on it is known for chipping off. Mm-hmm. My hookahs don't go through a whole lot on the exterior. Mm-hmm. They don't need to be washed on the outside because I don't let them get dirty. They can be rubbed down with a dry towel. So where that would normally be an issue for someone who's a little more aggressive, like I am with bowls, for instance, Well,
and I believe that's actually
someone. I would buy one because it's a pipe.
I believe that Union might be his sister, Devin's pipe, and we all know how Devin is on stuff. So I mean, maybe that's the reason. It's. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, Devin. I'm just kidding. Please don't come after me.
I completely agree with Derek. The wood, like the wood finish on that, he's disappointed with the wood quality. When you're in that price point, I get it. Like if I was trying to buy like some hookah that I know I'm gonna have for like 50 years, I'd just buy a Regal.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Andrew just said inside of the chat, he says, I usually buy a hookah once every 1 to 2 years, and then I sell my old one. But that's the pattern that I've been on. Don't ever plan to sell my Regal that I bought at the expo. I don't go through and sell my pipes very much. I'm way too much of a collector of stuff. I need to size down my collection. Like honestly, like I have so many bowls. I don't use the bowls that I have anymore, honestly. Like
I use 10 of my bowls. I own, at this point, 65 bowls.
Yeah.
I love having those bowls. It's collectible.
Yes.
I have pictures of bowls. It's great.
We just did an entire picture of the week about bowl collection. Like if you don't have a big bowl collection, then you couldn't have participated. Like we are all about collecting here. But I do get the concept of selling stuff like that.
There was a point in hookah history that people had like one bowl. People had like one Egyptian bowl.
One Egyptian.
Like one bowl. Imagine.
What was that time of the world like? That used to be me. That used to be completely
I
me.
I can't pack 19 bowls without cleaning a single one.
ProHack, Bracken Cox, our producer, just said, ProHack, if you have a large order, use the % code discount. Most of the time, it's a bigger discount than free shipping. And that's something that I wanted to talk about as well, because let's say free shipping will save you $15 from shipping, obviously, unless you're wanting to get it airmailed the next day or something crazy like that. If you have a big order, especially a $500 order, and you're saving yourself 25% of $500, that is a big chunk of change that you are saving. And it's definitely more money in comparison to the free shipping code that you would be using.
$25. It's just a lot of money.
Yeah.
Always maximize discounts. I guess I don't want to get too much into that. I think most of these people are pretty good at math. These people are my friend. A lot of these people are my personal friends. I like to think they're pretty smart at the maths. But like if there's like, even if it's just a 15% order, just do it by hundreds. It's 15 off of every 100. So if you spend 400, that's $60, which is a bigger number than 20.
Very true.
100%. If there's like you can't use both codes, you can't get free shipping and this, use whatever the biggest coupon is. Yes. And do your research. I know people who literally, like my buddy Nate, almost paid full price for his Alpha.
Bracken Cox paid $100 for his B2 because he was waiting for a good deal at ultimatehookah.com and paid $99 for his B2.
What variation of the B2 was it, you know?
Just the gold one.
The full-size gold.
Oh my God. It's not like
$99. I got free shipping on it too.
Ultimate Hookah would have been a really good one to hit, but they didn't have any crazy sales going on right now. That's why I didn't use them. But Ultimate Hookah, they have some crazy sales from time to time, so keep an eye on them.
Going over the big three that there's a lot of access to: 5-star Hookah John, Hookah-shisha, just because they're so commonplace. I really like these the niche types.
Bilu had a question a little bit earlier in the chat. He says, "Is that alpaca cover? How is that alpaca cover that you got, Matt? How does it smoke? How does it clean, etc.?" I believe you're talking about the screen, the alpaca screen. I really like the alpaca screen a lot. I used it on the last episode that we actually did. If you're interested in seeing how it performs, I think it performs very well. I have a really sad story though, because I'm clumsy and an idiot. I dropped it. I dropped my alpaca screen and it broke. It broke.
And still intact, but it cracked.
It broke. It broke off, and I can't use it no more. And I'm waiting to get a new one. I'm gonna try and get myself a new one. Buy one. Yeah.
I know what a good idea those are.
I love them. I
really don't know. I'm thinking about longevity.
I agree. And if I wouldn't have dropped it, I would love to have known how long it would have lasted. It's lasted this long without any problems. It wasn't until my own stupidity caused me to not be able to use it that it was working just fine before that.
I like to think that mine was defective because it wasn't fully even. And if you factor in that some products are going to be defective even from the best brands, then yeah, you could just have a great product in your hands. I just had a bad experience with mine, so I'm not going to speak too much on it.
I don't know if Wayne is in the chat at the moment, but I know Wayne has one. I'd love to know how his is holding up. Kenneth bought one at the expo. I'm not sure how well his is holding up. Diamond, if you're still in the chat, do you know how Kenneth's alpaca screen is holding out? And then Derek, I know that you spent some money over at the alpaca booth over at the expo. Did you get yourself a screen over there as well? What are your thoughts about it? I have the alpaca handle. It's over there. You can't see it at all, but I was using it until I decided that I'm going to break this thing. I already dropped my alpaca screen. I don't want to drop this freaking handle. So I am taking very good care of it and not using it ever again. It is just going to be hung up, and I'm just going to stare at it repeatedly, and it's beautiful. But yeah, I don't know. I hopefully will get another screen. I was a fan of it. I think it's a very cool accessory and stuff. So, yeah, so the other thing that I want to talk about very briefly, and then I guess we'll probably be about done with the episode now that we went over that $500 order that Adrian just put together, which was fantastic. By the way, I really like that order and the quantity of it and everything that it comes with. I want to talk about off-site buys, which are things that are more of a novelty. I'm not sure what the correct word would be for this, but
luxury/niche.
Niche. There you go. Yeah.
One of these you got up here is Hooked on Hookah, and as great as they are, they're only available through their proprietary site.
Exactly.
So, which I don't think is the worst business idea, because you don't deal with wholesalers or anything. So, and plus they're based out of a lounge, so that very likely works well for them.
The other things that I have on this list as well are things like the Derek Moses hose. Obviously, if you're looking to get yourself something in an order that you want to, treat yourself, or a holiday is coming up, or a birthday present for somebody, like my hose was for myself, for instance. Those are very cool things to also purchase in line with an order. Like, it is cool to place multiple orders and then get multiple boxes all at the same time, because then it's like mini Christmas for yourself, which is kind of cool. Another one that I have on here as well is the pack mats. Go over to packmats.com. Our good friend, our producer of the show, Bracken, runs that and does some really fantastic work. I have mine right here on my table at all times. I use it on my desk so that I always have a place.
I'll tell you what, I use it multiple times a day, and it's holding up great.
Yeah.
And it's got a couple burn marks on it because it's next time burner and everything. It's holds up surprisingly well for being, as I understand it, vinyl.
Oh yeah.
And it keeps my counter from being completely fucked. So that's great.
And then there's
also, it includes, this never even gets talked about. It includes a hole, like a hole punch.
Hold on. Yeah.
And it can be used for hang drying. Innovation.
True innovation. I would say game changer, maybe?
Changer. Possibly a game changer.
Am I allowed to say that, or is that like a no-say word?
And let me tell you about that hole. If you just stick a thumbtack in your wall, don't do this if you like your walls, but right by my wall, I can just hang it up right by where I pack my bowls. It's great.
Ooh. Utility and function all in one, and that's what we always look for as hookah smokers. Obviously, that's how we run. And then
that's a good way to put it.
And then there's lots of bowl sites as well. Things like stone bowls, things like mason bowls, things like just all those different bowls that you can buy. Hazy bowls, for instance, is another one. They come out in batches. The bowls that you're going to be able to get on off-site buys are going to be the artisan stuff and the batch releases and things that are not readily available, obviously, which is a little different.
Stuff you don't want to pinch pennies over. That's the stuff where you're buying from like one person, not a conglomerate, and you're buying someone's art. So with that, I tend to look much less at the wallet and more about my value of that person, their work they do, and my want for that luxury item.
Very true.
I don't group that in with like buying tobaccos or like mass-produced bowls.
Yes, very. It's definitely a different order type that you're going to be getting in comparison. Let's see. There's a couple things happening over here on the chat at the moment. Bilu says, "I hate foil. I think you would like the alpaca screen. I think it's very good." Let's try to get some more information about that and see how everyone else's is holding on. Make sure that
smoke.
Go what?
Foil is the best way to smoke.
that is the Adrian way. Let's see. Pro Hack Moyes just said, fill the shopping cart, enter all your info, and leave the site without canceling your order. Usually the vendor will email you a coupon for 5 to 10% off, more than your promo codes.
Don't leave. Although I don't condone abusing a company's algorithm in that way. However, I get it.
that's a certain kind of tip.
Level pro tip. I will acknowledge that.
Free shipping usually means that they will send it whenever they want, 2 weeks later. I've never had a bad problem with free shipping personally.
It's always been great.
Yeah, I've never had a bad problem.
Even like there's been nightmares with 5-star, but it's been pretty good so far. By the way, speaking of pack mats, Matt.
Yeah, PackMats just informed us, newsflash at the moment, that we will be offering a 10% discount using the discount code AM Hookah. So if you'd like to get yourself a beautiful pack mat that you can customize yourself in many different ways, this is the AM Hookah one that I have. I know that like Kenneth Salter has a pretty cool AM Hookah one. You have one that says Pipe Dream Hookah on it as well. I actually got that for you as a gift. I did. Yes. You're
Very
welcome.
happy guest. While we're just talking about pack mats, I just gotta do this once in a while because I feel like you don't always see through the screen what's going on. But there's a texture thing. I don't know if it was, I don't know if that was the intention. I don't know what happened there, but there's a texture thing where the texture of your wood counter, for instance, is going to be very smooth, and things are going to move around very fluidly.
Very true.
This mat has a no pun intended matte finish on it. It's a little bit rough, making the manipulation of your shisha tobacco a fucking breeze. So go buy a pack mat. That's all.
And use the discount code AM Hookah for 10% off. Thank you, owner of Pack Mats, Bracken Cox. We appreciate that very, very much. We'll drop that in the description from here on out so that you're able to go there. Is it just packmats.com with a Z?
Yeah, with a Z.
So PACKMATZ.com is how you get to Pack Mats. 10% off. Use discount code AM Hookah. If you don't have a Pack Mat, consider getting a pack mat. They are very, very cool, honestly. I think that may be it. How about an unofficial pack mat? Is what Diamond Roberts just said. If they want to get a pack mat with the name Matt on it, would you do that, Bracken?
Well, Diamond's actually it's like a joke. He's been posting these pictures, and what he did was he got his cutting board at his house, and he took a Sharpie, and on top of his cutting board, he wrote Diamond's unofficial pack mat.
That's hilarious.
In the most comical of satirical ways. So
Diamond, it's time for you to get an official pack mat. It's time, Diamond. It's time. Head on over there, use discount code AM Hookah and get 10% off of it. Yeah, thank you to all the different vendors and sponsors that we have that help us do the show, that give you guys deals just because you watch us. We really do appreciate that a lot. Like I said, go to hookahjohn.com, $45 or more. Use discount code AM Hookah, all one word, to get yourself 10% off. Head on over to hohstore.com to get yourself some Hooked on Hookah. You can use discount code AM Hookah for 15% off of your order. And then there are some links inside our description down below to go to Amazon. You can get some Prestige Bubbles Coconut Charcoal from there. You can get a Silicone Hookah Silencer. I love the fact that they call it a silencer on it. I think that that's just fantastic. It's just a diffuser, but they call it a silencer, and I just think that that sounds really cool. Yeah, I think that's actually about it. There's nothing else that I think we need to go over on this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching, being a part of the show. So, in preparation for next week, you guys should know that we are working on creating a really fun show, and stay tuned to the Facebook group to have some information about that pop up as well. Yeah, that's all that we have to share about that right now, I think. So we're still trying to put together the pieces. This Wednesday, I have a review dropping for Hazy Bowls. The Hazy Bowl that I got, I actually have a produced video for that I'll be dropping. And then this Friday, I'm going to be playing Hotline Miami. So if you're looking to win some bowls, you better bet on Matt. That's the thing that you should do.
Against the house.
No, bet on the house. Bet on the house.
Not a chance. This house is built on a web of lies.
And then go to the Facebook group as well and look for the prompt from Captain Wetbeard so you know what to make for your pick of the week so that we can shout you out on next week's episode. Adrian, if the stalkers want to find you on the internets, where can they look for you?
You like hookah unboxing tutorials, videos, reviews, whatever the fuck I feel like uploading when I feel like uploading it. Check me out on Pipe Dream Hookah. That's my personal channel. And if you want to find me on Instagram and Twitter, it's _Pipe Dream. And if you want to find me on Facebook and you haven't heard this strung out joke yet, you know what my face looks like and you know my name, so do the trigonometry on that one. Matthew, what about you?
You can find me all over the place on the internet as well. You can find me right here on the AM Hookah channel. You can find me on the AM Hookah Twitter, the AM Hookah Instagram account as well. You can find me all hanging out on the AM Hookah Facebook group and Facebook page. If you want to friend me and talk to me on the Facebooks, well, this is my face and my name is Matt Dezen. I stole that directly from Adrian Hunter because I just like it so very much. And yeah, that's all the places that you can find me and the podcast as well. I'm on Twitter at @OnlyMattDezen. I'm on Instagram at @OnlyMattDezen as well. If you want to hang out with me on those two places in any way. Football season is coming up, so if you want to hear me talk about football, you can you can go over. What was that sound? What was that? What? My God, it wasn't even a gag. It was like the devil was incarnate coming out of you. Are you feeling okay?
Just don't talk about football, man.
Okay, I won't talk about football. What's up, Bridget? Thank you for showing up at the end of the episode. Appreciate that. I'm just kidding. That was not meant to sound.
That's a mistake.
That was
bro.
not meant to sound savage. That was not meant to sound savage at all. And then so this Friday got Hotline Miami, this Wednesday review of Hazy Bowls, and then we'll be back next Monday on the podcast as usual to talk about some really fun stuff. And I can't think of anything else to say. So thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate it as always. And until next time, well, keep on smoking. Bye.